Hey guys, what's up? Okay, so there's a video of why I had them out because Jillian over here was psychotic and trying to climb up the wall to get out. If they get annoying, I'll either put them back or put them in my shirt because that's where they usually stay. They have a playpen right next to me, but apparently that's not good enough. Okay, so this is a reading for the full moon in Leo, also the wolf moon, as they call it, slash Mercury retrograde is like right after it. This is like the energies for like January 28th through the 30th. But the thing is that like if you see this and it's already passed, it's okay. The energies are still going to be passing through, and how they are and what was just going on, like, still the same. Okay, so first of all, the reason why they call this full moon the wolf full moon is because apparently this is the time where, you know, back when they made up all these super blood moons and blue moons and wolf moons and all this stuff, during this time when there was a full moon is when they heard all the wolves howling the most, because since it's like winter, they didn't really have any food, you know what I mean? So they were howling because, you know, they were hungry and deprived and all that stuff. So it's like during this time, try to think of like, not like you don't have food, but try to no, Annabelle, but try to think of like what it would be like having no food, like fatigue and, you know, being having anxiety about having to get food, like sad, depression. Like you can go through that at this point right now. We are in the Leo full moon, so it was a very intense. It can have intensified with drama. Maybe you can stick out though, be ambitious, hot-headed, stubborn. No, wait, that's an Aries. But whatever. So have a lot of strength, and you have like, okay, so when I was doing like, I'll tell you after. So anyways, so it's very, the energies for a while are going to be very intense, because even after the full moon, which was on the 28th, we have Mercury retrograde, which is on the 30th, which is 2 days later. And it's kind of a confusing energy on top of it being Mercury retrograde, which is a confusing energy. But I say that because when you're in the full moon, it's the completion of what you were trying to manifest and what your intentions were, and the peak of what it was during the new moon. And the new moon was in the beginning of January, okay? So whatever it was that you were trying to manifest, what your intentions were in the beginning of January, is what the peak is going to be about this Mercury retrograde, what needs to be resolved, what is coming back, you know, unresolved issues and all that. So Mercury, so they tell you at the full moon, like, start launching new projects, start, you know, having new ideas and doing new things, and, you know, start making your intentions and blah, blah, blah. So it's like, that's what you do when a full moon is out and you're like in the waning process of the moon cycle, where it's getting smaller and smaller. But because we have Mercury retrograde 2 days later, because we have Mercury retrograde 2 days later, it's like Mercury retrograde tells you the complete opposite. It's like, so that's, and it's also about communication. So it's like, if it's all that's the complete opposite, like, be aware of what's really being said to you. I don't mean in lying, just like maybe you're going to be impulsive, Leo. You're going to be impulsive, not really think during this time, and then after you're going to be like, fuck, what the fuck did I do? So you really need to be in the King of Swords energy, which it looks like you do, about the situation. But yeah, so Mercury retrograde says don't start new relationships, don't start new projects, don't start a new business. Just like lay low and do what you got to do, pay attention to what's going on, because Mercury retrograde is when Mercury is going backwards. So like everything kind of like is going backwards, that like we know, we think, our perceptions, our beliefs, just everything like that. So everything's gonna like back up and be like, hey, yeah. So just pay attention to communication. yeah, so miscommunication, make sure your electronics and appliances are okay. Do not sign any contracts during Mercury retrograde. Oh yeah, Mercury, no, right. There's going to be miscommunication, blah, blah, blah. I think that's it. Mercury rules over Gemini and Virgo, which is about communication, ideas, coming in with new beginnings of, the communication ideas and put it into place and everything. And you're going to be, why, like, since yeah, you hearing me say this is actually going to be cool when you see the reading, okay? All right, guys. Yeah, I'm going to have to put you guys away for 1 second. Don't do that. They're all, like, at the freaking, like, cage trying to get out. Like, look. No, one of them just... Like, she's trying to get out. Jelly Bean's, like, trying to get out. Like, she's on that shit like white rice in a snowstorm. Okay, so. We got Whale Breach, Dream Time Creation, Mountain Strength, DNA Karma. Okay, so pretty much what happened was somebody was observing a situation. They weren't looking at it like the right way, right? It was like a violation. They weren't observing a situation, a relationship, pretty much is what it looks like, literally. You got the king and queen, power couple, right? You got 10 of cups. You got this guy, soulmate. So, pretty sure it's a freaking, you got forgiving and learning with, like, both of these. So, Hierophant in reverse. Okay, so we're gonna say it's a relationship. Got Ace of Cups in reverse too. So pretty much you had a karmic situation. There was a situation where there was a situation where with a relationship and somebody was looking at it the wrong way and had the wrong perception of it, and so it violated and broke a creation that was being made, a new beginning, right? And then so, like, after that happened and everything crumbled down because somebody was looking at it completely for what it wasn't. Like, they could have been looking at something that wasn't even true. So, like, they were non-observant, or they weren't even paying attention to the relationship for whatever reason. Like, they either didn't have time, or they were busy, or they had other shit to take care of, and they just couldn't focus on love. We do have the Ace of Cups in reverse, so maybe that has something to do with it. But, it's like you daydreamed about this relationship all the time, and it's like all of a sudden it's just like breach. It also could have to do with something with law and a contract got broken, or, in court or something, which, Mercury retrograde, let's try not to do that. So it's like you had to, like, climb mountains to, like, get your strength back. And this was a karmic, lesson and relationship. Doesn't mean that the relationship won't get back together, but kind of looks like it might not. I don't know. It looks like it might not, unless you can do certain things. Yeah. You can get this relationship back together, but certain things need to be done. Okay, so it's like you had this relationship and somebody was not looking at it, either paying attention to it, or they violated something. Could be, like I said, a broken contract or something, or just the relationship was broken because somebody wasn't looking at it right in order to make that creation that they thought they were going to have, that they needed to get the strength in order to get over this whole thing. And it's a karmic lesson for you. Okay, so we had the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Cups, Page of Wands, Four of Wands. King of Swords, Gemini energy. Nine of Pentacles. Five of Wands. Ten of Cups. The Empress. Nine of Cups in reverse. Strength, Leo. Ten of Pentacles in reverse. The Hierophant in reverse. Taurus energy. Queen of Swords, Libra. The Sun. The Wheel. Death and Rebirths, Scorpio in reverse. The Hermit in reverse. Crap. What the fuck is this one? I think it's Virgo. Is it Virgo? No, Queen of Pentacles. Yes, this is Virgo. Wait. I think it's Virgo. Virgo energy. Page of Cups. That's a... My mind is... It's like 10 o'clock right now, so my mind is not with it. 10 of Cups. Pisces. Queen of Wands, Leo. Two of Pentacles in reverse. The Emperor, Aries. The Chariot, Cancer. And Ace of Cups in reverse. So pretty much, like I said, there was somebody that was not paying attention. It's like, okay, so like, look at, like, he has like little wings on his feet, on his shoes. It's like somebody came into your life like out of nowhere, just like flew in and like, you know, just they wore their heart on their sleeve. Like they gave you the attention that you needed, or like they were just like the person you thought that you were like either gonna marry, have a steady relationship, a long-term relationship with. But yeah, they just like flew in out of nowhere. Okay. But so I'm not saying they were like bad. Like obviously it's in the upright position, so they had good intentions, you know, but they had too much shit to take care of, you know. So the Page of Wands is new creation, new ideas, passions, you know, stuff like that. So it's like, that's what was like promised. So it was like a celebration of it. You had to like get into like this thinking logically kind of thing, because this person had so many options. Like I said, they weren't very aware of what you were trying to create with them. You know, they had other things to take care of. So that's when you had to like pull yourself back, right? I'm not saying that you didn't want it anymore. I'm just saying like you had to make yourself logical, have new ideas, you know, and bring your passions to sight, you know. So you had something to celebrate, because like when this all broke down, this creation that you thought you were going to have, you had to build that strength again, you know. So you had to get in this King of Swords energy to balance out your emotions with your logic about this relationship, you know. So then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Why did I do that? It's weird. So pretty much like you ended up getting, you were in a place when this person came in where like you were satisfied with like how everything was. You were abundant. You had everything that you needed in material and spiritual world. Like you were fine. You were good. You know what I mean? Like you didn't need this relationship. And all it ended up doing was bringing conflict to your life anyways. But you just wanted that 10 of Cups with this person, right? And you wanted to make that creation, maybe even have a child, a family, and fertility, you know, just have that new beginning with this person, like that just came out of nowhere, that you guys were supposed to create something. And it was dreamy, like you like dreamt about it, you know what I mean? But the Nine of Cups shows us that, you know, even though you wanted the 10 of Cups, this is like a card that's like says like yes, you know what I mean? So it's like, am I gonna get like my 10 of Cups, you know what I mean? And it's like, no. It doesn't mean not ever. It just means like it's not happening in this situation now with whatever is going on. Okay. This could have already passed. This could have been something that you already went through, or is happening now. Okay. But there's a time to wait. Because we have the Chariot. Okay. So again, you had to get your strength back, right? Because you weren't having that stable family, abundant, have everything kind of energy with this person. And you had that, you had it before that person came in out of nowhere, and they could have promised you a family. They could have promised you, stability and security, but you didn't know how crazy their life really was and how they couldn't have this, so that's why you had to get in this energy. Again, Gemini energy. So where are we? You had to have the strength because what you wanted was a commitment or some kind of commitment, or maybe there was a breakup. Maybe this was supposed to be a breakup, and that's what this whole thing was. It was trying to get a divorce or break up with somebody or long-term relationship, commitment, but it kind of looks like you wanted a commitment with this person, obviously, if you look at the cards, and it just wasn't happening. It wasn't coming through. Also, when you have the stairs in the Hierophant and it's saying that he just came from a spiritual awakening, had spiritual enlightenment, and just learned a lot of things, has a lot of wisdom. So it's like maybe you had to go into this energy because you were like lost, you know what I mean? That's why you had to get the strength, because like your wish fulfillment wasn't coming to you. Because then we had the Queen of Swords. Now, okay, because this commitment wasn't coming, you had to get in the Queen of Swords energy, right? She's very intellectual. She's very balanced within her thoughts. She's very, what's the word I'm looking for? Not independent, like she's emotionally stable. Like she's looking out into the distance. Like she knows like her ideas. Like she knows what she wants, So it's like after that commitment wasn't happening, she got in this energy. And if you're looking at the board, okay, if you bring the Queen of Swords and put it with the King of Swords, they are looking at each other, okay? Power couple. That's how it can be a karmic relationship, okay? That needed strength in here. Maybe somebody was being codependent on this person, or the other person was, for their happiness or stability, so they had to get the strength to make their own stability before this relationship can even come into place, because we don't have balance. So anyways, so they're looking at each other, but after totally different things. Like it's like he comes after celebration, the King of Swords, it's like he comes after celebration, and then having, satisfying, like she's good, like you have all that, and then all of a sudden there's conflict, and now she's like looking out kind of at him like, the fuck, dude, after coming out of realizing that there is no stability in this situation, and there probably isn't a commitment that's coming, and all you want is to be happy. So you changed the cycle and kind of moved on and changed up your just change shit up, like, you know what I mean? Because nothing was changing. There was no death and rebirth of the situation. Like the same thing kept happening over and over and over again, and it's like there was no enlightenment. It was like you weren't seeing it for what it was, or or the other person wasn't, because we have the breach right here. You know what I mean? Like this commitment wasn't even being paid attention to, even though it's a spiritual like you have the wheel, no movement, no observing of this relationship whatsoever. So it was pretty much like, and Page of Cups reversed. So somebody could have either been very immature in this situation, or it's like you thought it was going to happen, but it's like you kind of like let go of the idea that it even could. Like you did have faith, and then it became like the whole when pigs can fly, I'll believe it when pigs can fly. But then like you kind of just like got the strength to realize like you can get your own 10 of Pentacles. right? To bring that 10 of Cups into your life for you. You know, like you didn't need that person to bring you this. You already had that. And all this did was bring conflict. And all you wanted was a new beginning, a family, you know, love coming together. Okay? So yeah, it's like you let it go. You got into your Queen of Wands energy, okay? Let me think. Yeah, Leo. Another Leo, okay? So you got into, so you have 1, 2, 3, 4, like 4 Leo cards. Yeah. So you had to get in your own Queen of Wands energy because the situation was bringing you no balance and no stability. So Emperor, Aries energy. You made strategies in order to get your, you know, your abundance back. You know what I mean? Like you took control over the situation. You let go of what no longer served you or what no longer looked like it was ever even going to happen, but it's like you didn't care anymore, you know, because you got in that Queen of Swords energy after you knew that there was going to be no commitment because you wanted to be happy. Something needed to change. Nothing was. It wasn't even being looked at as a problem from this person who violated or just was not observant at all of the creation that you were trying to bring into that person's life. Okay, now this is obviously a karmic lesson for them as well. Maybe like they asked for it and they're totally ignoring it or just expecting like it's still gonna happen. Like it's just like, no, like that's okay. Like what's going on? Like I'm gonna focus on this, put that on the back burner for now, or just be like, oh no, our relationship is amazing. And you're sitting here like, bitch, no, I am not having this right now. You know, there's no balance. So you got strategic about how you were going to move on. You know what I mean? This is Cancer energy because there was no love. Okay. So, but it's interesting because you have soulmate. Yes, this is your soulmate, which some readers in this deck call it a twin flame. Like that's the twin flame like card in the Romance Angels deck. Separation. So time apart from your partner is on the horizon. If you're in separation now, then it's because you need to learn how to forgive. What is it? Forgiving and learning. As you release and heal the past, you experience more love in your present moments. Yeah. So it's like you feel like this person just like came in and thought that you were going to get like the world. Nothing even changed. It's like, so now you have to learn how to forgive this person. And if you do want something to happen with them eventually or not or whatever, like just forgive them for yourself. You know what I mean? Like you don't have to forgive them for them. Like if you have resentment or need to forgive somebody, it's only hurting you. It doesn't hurt them at all. They don't even know it, especially if it was somebody from like 10 years ago. You know what I mean? They have no idea. So messages from your angel to help heal the situation. See the other person's point of view with compassion. And that's why I said like the forgiving and learning, okay? Because maybe you came into his or her life out of nowhere too, and he was trying to juggle everything to have that. Something could have obviously happened on this person's part where it was like he or she wanted to pursue this, but it just wasn't the right time for them. You know what I mean? Like it wasn't the right time. Like yang, like running away from it, kind of. Twin flame. Yeah, so see, look at it from the other person's point of view, because it could be something you were getting fat, baby. I have a bunny. You're getting chubby. You guys are too. Anyways, it's like you got to look at it from the other person's like point of view of how he or she is either looking at the relationship, because they're not really even looking at it, but there's obviously a reason, and it could stem from, you know, maybe this person like really likes you, you know what I mean? I mean, it is a power couple, and then you have soulmate, You know what I mean? This person taught you strength, you know? It's like this had to happen in order for you to come into your own power, okay? Because if you were not getting love in this situation and you like bounced and got in your Emperor energy because you were unbalanced and you weren't able to get in your Queen of Wands energy, like, no, you were just like, bye. But the separation is for both of you to learn lessons so you can come back together and have those lessons to apply to your relationship. So it's like when the person came in, like, you guys weren't ready. Apparently, it's not that you were ready, but apparently you weren't. You know what I mean? Like, you thought you were, you manifested each other, you know what I mean? But when it actually came, everything just got fucked up, and you're like fucked. I mean, you're like fuck, because you really like this person, or you really do love this person, you know? So we have Oceana, whatever, I can't even say her name. Take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself, okay? What is your intuition and your gut literally telling you about this situation? Who is this person to you? What is it that you need to forgive them for? What is it that you can look at their point of view and what maybe they were going through, and it wasn't you. It's never the other person. It's always something within that person. And then the illusion comes, especially if we don't ask, where that person doesn't explain it to us. The illusion comes, we make up all the stories in our head that we think, and they're always negative. It comes out of fear and insecurities and all that. This was also in another reading, I don't remember, with this as well. Adriana, I am leading you toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps. I am communicating through your intuition, thoughts, and dreams. Okay, like I said, we have dreams. And I just asked you about your intuition. Need to get in the hermit mode. Also, she's leading children. So either there's children in this situation already, or you were promised that the relationship was going to lead up to having children, or, you know, just something with children, maybe. Then we have patience. Now is the time to learn, study, and gather information. Enjoy being a student, because in the future you will synthesize your knowledge into action, right? But that's the thing. That's what I said. You know what I mean? Like, you guys had to separate in order to come together as that soulmate, twin flame, whatever. And there's always a chaser, there's always a runner, but you mirror each other. So whatever that person is going through, whatever, like, it mirrors you in your life as well. You know what I mean? Like, say, like, you're really busy in your work and you're really focused on it and everything, like, that person is too, because you're mirroring them. You know what I mean? Or they're trying to get into that process, because once they met you and the mirroring started, now they're taking ambition from the other person and applying it to their own life. So that could be a thing too. You know, this person, like, was wicked busy with his work, juggling all this stuff, and it brought you into your power of, you know, doing whatever. That's just an example, okay? Your hard work is paying off. New moon in Capricorn, so it could be dealing with a Capricorn as well. What do you need to release for the blockages to get away? Hold on. Okay, sorry. So what do you need to release? Like, what is blocking you? And it's, we know that one of the things are forgiveness, realizing and being able to look at it from the other person's view to learn new lessons as well, because this is a karmic lesson and this is a karmic relationship. Sorry, no, it's not, because you have a power couple, this guy, and you have soulmate. It's definitely not a karmic relationship. It's just a karmic lesson that you guys needed to learn to be able to come back together. So when and that's what this learning card is, the learning new, where is it, the knowledge thing. Like, that's what it is. It's like learning the lesson in order to bring it back into the relationship. A little bunny. Little baby bunny buns. Baby buns. Okay. So yeah, so there's obviously forgiveness that needs to be let go. If there was other things, if the juggling wasn't just options and it was like other people or stuff like that, maybe they were, you know, in a relationship already when they met you, or maybe they weren't happy and they were gonna try to get, like, anything, juggling too much. Okay, there is, you know, conflict. I don't know if there was deception. I don't know. You know what I mean? We don't really have any deception cards here. It was kind of just like, you know, you waited long enough and nothing was happening and you were just like, okay, I need to work on myself. Be careful. Oh my God, Lily. Did I miss anything? Okay. We also have, you're very close to achieving your goal. Oh, that's what I was going to say. What do you need to release? It's in the waning moon. So since we just went through the completion of the full moon just the other day, now we're in the waning moon. So it's like, what now do you need to release? Because that's what the Leo moon and that's what the full moon is about, is that we let go of what no longer serves us. So if you have a problem with not being able to forgive people, that's a habit and thinking process and limited belief. That's something that you need to release and let go, right? So put out your intentions, you know, like, help me to learn how to forgive. I am willing to forgive. I am willing to learn how to give, because it's like, you can't just be like, okay, like, I'm gonna forgive this person. Like, no, like, it's a process. You know what I mean? Like, and it could be like, oh, you think you forgave this person, but you didn't. But the separation is gonna make it better. I promise. You needed that to look at it from each other's perspectives. And if there was no even, like, the person wasn't even paying attention to the creation that you guys were supposed to make together, like, you miss people, like, when you're in love with them. When something like this happens, and it could be like love at first sight that just went wrong, but it was because it needed to be wrong in order for you guys to separate and learn the lessons to come back together. So the separation is good. So if you're fighting with somebody, just separate from them. Easier to just do. Just kidding. Then you have the full moon. It's time to release negativity in Scorpio, which we have Scorpio and don't you dare. No. We have Scorpio in the death and rebirth, and there wasn't that as well. So there's probably transformation that the negativity needs to release out of. I have Justice, Archangel Raguel. Okay. Fair and just decisions. Do what you know is right. Stand up for your beliefs. Okay. This was in the pre-shuffle. You guys had Justice. Like, everybody, and almost all my readings lately, I've been having Justice, because I think people are going through the similar kind of thing in all the readings. Just some quirks are different. And everybody's looking for their justice. So if you're looking for justice and you're not getting it, call on Archangel Raguel, because sometimes we do not get justice from other people, and we have to justify ourselves or get justice and peace within ourselves. That's a problem with me, because I've never felt justified in my life and had justice, so I try to get justice for other people. But yeah, so call upon him. The only reason why I even have that is because it was and it's a number 8, so it's like an infinite sign that actually, to me, in the tarot, number 8 is partnership, justice and partnership. What was I gonna say? You got 2 10s, which is completion. Then the 9 and the 1, 19 for the sun is 10 of Pentacles, 10 of Cups. There's not that many 5s, which is good. The Wheel. Okay. those are completion, and we just had the full moon, and we just had a new moon and a full moon, and then we have a waning moon, which is pretty much what is happening right now after the full moon had just ended. Now it's going to the waning moon when it gets littler and then gets bigger and goes whatever. So let's see what the universe has to say. Through prayer and meditation, I create a ripple effect of peace in the world. See, you needed to get that strength to get your inner peace. You know what I mean? Because once as light workers, or even people in general, once they can get that inner peace, they can self-regulate their emotions and go out into the world and not be an angry asshole. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. They don't have as much insecurities and hate within themselves where it projects onto other people in the world. Like, you're a happy-go-lucky person, and kind of like people can't touch you. You know what I mean? Because it's like you have your own happiness. Like, you're living your authentic truth. So it's like if somebody wants to come around and be a jerk, it's kind of like, even if you like be kind to them when they do that, it's still a ripple effect, because that person now does not know what the hell to say. So you just created a ripple effect in a negative type of way, because you got somebody to not be able to be mean. I've done that so many times. I remember when my dog had just died, and I was at the gas station, and it was like one where, like, if you didn't move your car, the person behind you couldn't move, and there was like 3 of them, so there was somebody in the middle. And I knew the people that worked at the place, so every time I went there, they always talked to me. So when I came out, the lady was like bitching at me, because she was like, what the fuck, like, you're in the middle of the thing and you're just in there like dilly-dallying, da-da-da. And I'm just like, dude, I was like, do not yell at me or cause problems for me right now. I was like, because my dog just died. And she's like, well, my mom's in the hospital and she's about to die. And I was like, you know what, I'm sorry you're going through that right now, and blah 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 blah. And then she just went, yeah, I am, and it's really hard. And she like kind of like started crying and like got in her car. You know what I mean? Like, have empathy for other people, because you don't know what they're going through. If they're in a bad mood, you don't know why. I always say this to everybody. Be nice to everybody that you come across, or like, don't try to be a jerk, because you don't know if that person is on like their last, like, right on the edge to go commit suicide. And they're like, okay, if one more person disrespects me for no reason and then goes in the store, and then, you know, the cashier is a jerk because they're having a bad day, or this person just made fun of you for no reason, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? Like, you never know what somebody else is going through. So just try to be kind to everybody. The key to prayer is to forget what I think I need. So yeah, so if you've been trying really hard to figure out this situation, just stop. Just walk away from it for now and get your balance back and get back into your Queen of Wands energy, because you don't want to pray or try to control this outcome. You want to pray for what is for your highest good, not what you think you need, because even if this doesn't work out, there's something better. So once you leave this, forget about it, there might be something better, or this is all going to come together better than it would have if this did not happen and you guys didn't separate. Because people appreciate the other person more when they're not there. The universe works fast when I'm having fun. Exactly. So you were like miserable in this situation, so now go have fun, go live your passions. This is a big thing in the Leo energy right now. Obstacles are detours in the right direction. Okay. And I think I'm done here. I have one more video, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. I think I'm gonna hang out with the geckos and the bunny for a little bit, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Look, my little Lils. It's my little Lils. Oh, Jillian's right there. Yeah, they're obsessed. They, like, literally, like, before I was able to get them on camera, they were all, when I first set that up, they were all trying to get out. So all 3 of them were climbing up the thing, and baby bunny was like just laying across. So I had them doing that, and I had the bunny like in front of me. I'm gonna post a picture in front of me, like just laying there, just chilling. Like, all right, guys, like, let's do this. All my pets are around me. No man, no sisters, no brothers. Got a kid that's playing Fortnite. He just yells the whole time. with my 3 fucking geckos and my bunny doing tarot cards. I'm fucking happy and I love myself. And I don't need any of that right now. It'd be nice, you know, but who knows? Maybe it's not my time. You know, maybe I'm supposed to be working more and focusing on myself, which I have been, rather than, you know, being in a relationship. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it could be stuff like that. But just embrace your journey. Because if you embrace your journey, you learn the lessons, the things that you're learning the lessons for, and the more grateful the attitude of gratitude. If you stay in that kind of energy, like, your manifestations are going to come to you way quicker, because you're in a state of mind of already being happy for what you don't already have. Like, you're already grateful for what you have now. It's like you don't need more. It's not like, oh, when I get that promotion, I'll be happy. Oh, when we have a child, I'll be happy and satisfied. Like, no, appreciate what you already have, you know? Because then you'll get more. Because if you're in that attitude of gratitude, vibration, and energy, that's what and you're putting that out into the universe, that's what the universe is going to give back to you. It's going to give you things that you're going to appreciate. All right. Have a good night, guys.